public breakfast on issues that matter to this country. It's important because in order for democracy to uphold, there's a need that the media plays a critical role, like you normally do, wherein to checkmate individuals that are proceeding wrongly and to say things that are to be said in the interest of the country. Liberia is good. It's actually good to be here, and most importantly, with such an opportunity to share the platform with you, it's actually great to be here this morning. Thanks.
Okay, so you are closely you are assigned to the Ministry of Information, Culture, FM, Tourism. Um, Media wise, how things like with the Ministry of Information? I'm asking you this question specifically because I did cover the Ministry of Information back then, and it was somewhere during the Ellen's administration, and things were good for media practitioners that used to cover the Ministry of Information. I just don't know if you did cover it during the WIA's administration. If not, how things like at the Ministry of Information, and for those that are covering it.
Yeah,
I want you to be real.
Yeah, sure.
Because
sure.
here we want to
Sure.
we want to checkmate people. If they are doing good, we tell them that yes, you are doing good. If you are not doing good, we tell you that you have to double up your game. So how is the Ministry of Information?
Yeah, every entity we have its own, success story and some shortcomings. It's just the case at the Ministry of Information.
Mhm.
And to begin with, some of the gains have been made, currently in relations with the ministry and media relations. Previously the Charles Bayon's conference room
Mhm.
then challenged with the thing about air condition. And now on this current watch of Minister Pia, there have been the installation of additional air conditioners. So at the moment, even when media practitioners to cover the press conference, they really complain. It's
too cool.
They normally complain over that. And in terms of their own shortcomings, there have been some occasions for this issue about the asset declaration.
Mhm.
One of the journalists asked Minister Pia on this, and he made it clear that officials of government will declare their asset. And just within that period, when the LSC released its findings into government officials that are not complying with asset declaration, and now it had a somewhat certain situation wherein he said, part of that portion, people want to declare asset, but they are afraid.
Wow.
So I don't know what's the afraid component is coming from. Whether it's it from the executive, because the president himself declared his asset. So
and the president made a commitment to we Liberians that all of his officials were going to declare their assets.
Definitely,
and he did as a head of state. So why would they be afraid to declare their asset when it is something that it shouldn't be, kept away from Liberians?
Definitely. So that was where he had a problem. And another situation again is this individual that was appointed by President Boubacar to serve as ambassador at large on youth and sport. When we request Minister Pia to give the actual nationality of the guy, he was very similar to presidential press secretary. So I don't know why they say that he don't want to speak on that. And as per his function, he is the official spokesperson of the government. So issue of such, he should have the information at the tip of the finger, but he was clear to tell us that we should find out he will get an update from Madam Fofana before he makes exposure on individual nationality.
Wow.
So that speaks to
is it that there's some challenging time at the Ministry of Information wherein you want to get the information from the minister himself, then he will refer it becomes challenging for reporters that are assigned because Kula isn't accessible like the way the Ministry of Information, the Minister of Information is accessible, that he can be asked the difficult questions, and Kula isn't accessible to some of media practitioners.
Definitely.
So it becomes a huge challenge for you guys reporting from the Ministry of Information.
Serious challenge, because now if you come at your various media outlet to report a story, the other asks you, why is it that you didn't go at this point? So that's the situation we find ourselves in. So, in order for that, because the minister has had this huge background in this media work, so there should be to an extent that these information should be given to the media so that we report to the Liberian people. If this is happening, because now, as we speak, no one actually have a definite statement about the actual nationality of that of the individual we're talking about. Because
he said he's a Senegalese.
okay,
Yeah, he's from Senegal.
okay,
Yeah. So you like I said, you've been following the Ministry of Information, and the last time the head of El Chopo RC,
yes, sure,
he did appear. He made a statement concerning retainees, our brothers and sisters that got back from Ghana. He referred to them as most of them are
80%.
jobs. 80%. He said 80% of them are jobs. You know, they got involved into drugs, and they are drugs consumers. And that statement yesterday again, they came out with another press release rebutting that statement, saying that he was misled. And this becomes a serious issue for Liberia. The last time the minister of Commerce, when he took up to the Minister of Information, call on, inform the importers of rice to increase the price of rice by $1.50. The day after, the president came and said there will be no increment in the price of rice. So the head of the HRC said 80% of the retainees are people that got involved with drugs. So yesterday again, they came up with a statement. I'm trying to get hold of it. Okay, this is a statement here. It says, for immediate release, June 5th, 2024, following thorough screening and validation of former Liberian refugees, the Liberian Refugee Repatriation and Resettlement Commission, HRC, regrets to inform local and international partners and the public that the information that was provided by its executive director, Honorable Patrick Wosi, at the May 28th, 2024 MICAT press conference was incorrect. That El Chopo RC says its executive director, Honorable Wosi, was misinformed by the statisticians. You know, this is one of the words I can give me hard time. So the screening of former Liberian refugees established that only an average number of retainees were on drugs. So he said in a press conference previously, he said 80%.
Yes.
You were there, you were at a press conference.
Sure.
He said 80% of retainees were on drugs. So now they are coming with a rebuttal that, what their boss said was misinformed.
Yes.
It was an average Liberians retainees that are on drugs. So this becomes a damage control.
Yeah, exactly.
It becomes a damage control. And what am I flagging this? I'm flagging this because as a government, we keep saying it here on this platform. As a government, before you put out information, before you come up with a statement, before you have a press conference, before you appear at the Ministry of Information, it means that you have thoroughly investigated what you are bringing out to the Liberian people.
Exactly.
It means that you have gone through somebody will say your in-toto and out-toto before coming over the news. So now, if we say, okay, we agree that what the head of the HRC said, it was incorrect because of some individuals that misled him. Will the international partners say yes because he was misled? So let's go back to status quo ante? No, they're not. Because they came to previously misled us. Now they're coming up for damage control. You know the news now, you damage the image of those that return. the refugees that return, you damage their image because you say 80% of them were on drugs. So it means that what they were doing in Ghana, they were all on drugs. They were all it was all about being involved with drugs. Because if you say 80% of these, the number is high. The number is high. I just don't know what you make of that statement.
Yeah, and this is where, when people do these kinds of things, we wonder how are they really seeing things from a very broader perspective. And this issue about coordination in communication have been issue about regime for regime.
Yeah.
Because this is the same way the past government was proceeding. That is, everybody wants to talk. There is no coordination. And if this is happening, and then it creates more questions than answers. Because what it does is that it creates a situation that people will look at those returnees to be drug addicts. Because you think 80%, that's a huge percentage.
Huge.
Very, very huge percentage. And that information that was provided by Mr. Wosi, because the process of the repatriation was done among with government ministry agencies. We have the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we have the Ministry of Information, in other agencies. They were all part of the process. And they went Ghana, they collected the data.
Yeah.
And prior to Mr. Wosi giving that information, it was passed to the Ministry of Information. So where was the ministry? But then you should have, they should have checkmated that information before it then released. But you sat and allowed the men to release the information. Then you come out to tell Liberian people that it's incorrect. So then, how is it that people will be given such a task? Because, like you mentioned, we have international partners that are providing assistance to these people, to the LRRC, so that they already have those information that their data they're going to use to provide relief for those people.
Yeah.
And now you have come out to tell us that it's just an average Liberian that are into drug. And this is not helpful, right? It is not helping to solve the problem. It's just helping to make people to see the country differently. That is, Liberia is not prepared. That's a complete state of unpreparedness. Because if you say things, because the thing is that when that was said, it placed the entire country in shock.
Yeah,
the entire country, because some of those people that were there, they have some of them, they have their relatives, they have their friends in Liberia. But over there's 30 years, the people spending Ghana their own drugs.
They're on their own drugs. So how is it that the ordinary Liberian will even want to welcome their relative back home? Like, for instance, if when they got repatriated to Liberia, they carry them to Bon County.
Yes.
Yeah, they're where they were. So if I am a resident of Montserrado or a resident of Lofa County, and my brother or sister just returned from Ghana, and they are saying that 80% of them on drugs, I become skeptical in even allowing that person to come and stay with me, so that at least they can get used to the system, to become, a man or woman for themselves before going out there. So if I just hear the Ministry of Information, or I just hear the LRRC saying 80% of those returnees are on drugs, and later on again come here saying, oh no, what we said previously, our boss was misled. He was misled by who? He was misled by those according to you at the agency there, LRRC. So I think action should be taken.
Yeah, sure.
Action should be taken on those that misled him. If he was actually misled by them, they should. For me, I don't know. It have for me to be some government officials in the country, because, for instance, that thing happened to the Liberal Drugs Enforcement Agency. If our President Bouaka, all that many are done, I've been firing them. I'm serious of it. Because what am I going to fire them? Previously, I invited them when they started their noise. The executive mansion invited them to the president, that's the Minister of State with her portfolio. She invited them and said, guys, this is about Liberia. This is about the agenda of the Unity Party. This is about meeting the promises we have made to the Liberian people, most especially in the issue about fighting drugs. So now, if you guys can fight drugs instead of fighting drugs, you are fighting among yourself. I'm calling you guys to a conference wherein we can amicably settle this situation. And the situation was handled by the Minister of State with our portfolio, Mama Kability. Few days ago, now the president is out of the country. Instead of us being focused on the message that are coming from South Korea, we are not focused on the messages that are coming from South Korea. We are focused on the noise that is at LDA. You know that the noise at LDA overshadow every positive news that come out of Korea.
Sure.
You can hear people talking about what the president benefited, what the president did, what the president is bringing back after that conference. You can hear in the media. Everybody just focus on the LEDA because of 2 or 3 persons that don't respect ourselves. Yeah, because they were given state power, they were given a position to serve the Liberian people, but they said no, they want a position. They want to be fighting among themselves. So now, if I was President Bouakai, suspending them was me say it was small. I'm going to fire them. Other people sitting there, they want a job. The job that they are occupying and fighting, other people want it.
Yeah, because no, but the thing is, because once there's an investigation, so the investigation should be commissioned, then they know where the force are coming from. Because to just file immediately, it may be a violation of their right, because there should be a
correct. Forget that in there. What do you mean a violation of right? If I call you, it's just when a Minister of State call you, Minister of State of our portfolio, who is directly in the office of the president, call you, it means that it's the president that is calling you for a conference. Anything that will come out from said conference, or even not the Minister of State with our portfolio, but any other top government official like the Senator Dillon, top officials call you guys for a conference. You should know that they need better for that particular agency of government. But if they call you guys for conference, and then later you left from that conference and then go and start misbehaving, start fighting among yourself, you know what become of the image of the government that you are protecting? You know what become of the place that you are protecting? Because the LDA is one sector that should be presenting positive news to the Liberian people. The LDA should be setting the image of fighting drugs in Liberia. But if you be fighting among yourselves, what become of the importers? The importers start to celebrate.
Yeah, sure.
Just the few days that you guys are in noise, you know what happening? You know how many drugs is being imported in the country? You know how many drugs is being imported in the country? It's disheartening. Like grown-up men will be given position by this president, and they will sit there and allow ego to play on them. Some people don't want to disrespect me. Some people don't want to respect their bosses. Some people don't want to, some people don't want to work accordingly. They don't want to work accordingly. And then this is totally disheartening because it takes away our minds from the reality of what's happening in the country. Now we are not focused on the news or all of the positive news that is coming from Korea. We are not focused on it as a country. We are focused on few guys fighting at the DEA.
Even that has also buried some of the gains that they have made since taking over the agency. So it's important because that area is a security sector, and such a thing should not be existing with that institute. That's not a political place. So that if you are appointed to serve in such a position. It's a privilege, right? It's a privilege because there are too many persons or individuals that were opting for that job and you were being preferred to serve. So then, why are these things for? And the step taken, we just hope that, the investigation that will be commissioned should be impartial, and those that are causing the chaos at the LDA, there's no need that they stay. That let's just take the exit door so that the next person that will be sent there is going to serve as a deterrent that if you are going there, you are going there to fight drugs, not to fight among yourselves. Because I witnessed the video. I witnessed the video that was recorded during that commotion that what was existing among the LDA top officials. And if take into consideration some of the profanity that were being used, and it seems that individuals there have personal malice against each other. So it's just that situation there follow help to, make all of them to express themselves. You hear one person saying how the other person has been disrespectful, the other person has been overseeing function, and all of those things were happening. But it's just that things happen for a reason. And now the actual truth have been revealed that why they have not been at peace with each other. That is, they've been having issue with each other. And no institution, most social security institution, can succeed in the presence of individuals or officers having malice against each other. Mm-hmm. If you have issue with a friend, express it, because that's a security sector. And most important, they are all armed carrier. So why if one person could just still go and discharge in there? So it's gonna get at a point that it becomes uncontrollable, because for the fact that one person could have discharged weapon in there, the rest of them could have fired, and we will be at a very, very difficult point at this moment. People already want to politicize everything, and now you give the people more reasons to be political. And that institution, we've seen how our young men and women have fallen prey to illicit drugs and substances in the country. And it's about time that people that will head the LDA will be individuals that mean business. Let's have a flashback with Lorenzo Peno and Marcus Zoyu. Though there were challenges, but you could see the coordination that existed between those two men, Marcus Zoyu and Lorenzo Peno. They were working hands in hands. That is, they were much more united. They had a united front, though they too had their own challenges that they encounter as an institution. So if people want to succeed, there's a need. So like Colonel A.B. Koman, Hassan Fadiga, and though you the deputy for administration, because the one that happened on Monday was not the first. It happened previously. Yeah, and the two of them went to the Ministry of Information and said they have settled their differences. Yeah, so they're wanting to come back, and do the same thing. It's really it's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. So that people. I don't really know. Mr. Hassan Fadiga said he's a U.S. trained security officer. So you want to tell me that how a U.S. trained security officer will behave? There are many things that happen in the security sector, but for the fact that you are into it for a purpose, that is, you want to achieve bigger goal, you place it at your back. Yeah, and just to add up, we are looking at people that are not doing well in this government. The last time the Minister of Commerce, there was when he appeared and talked about the increment of rice and the price of rice, we came here and we told him that what he did, he was wrong, right? We came here, we told him that we talk about it here on this platform.
This morning, the news coming from the El Chapo RC, we talk about it because we know that these guys are not helping the system. If you fall short of something, we should be here to checkmate you and let you know that yes, what you did was wrong. What you did was wrong. The last time we came here again, we talked about the PCC, the Petroleum Corporation, how they boss there, not doing well. The garbage have taken over the entire Peaceville. We talk about it here. So if we sit here and not checkmate people that are not doing well under this administration, it becomes our own problem.
Yeah, sure.
Because we are the watchdog of society. That's why when any institution of government, any individual of government just go wrong, you can be for the LDA, you can be for the El Chapo, you can be for the Ministry of Commerce, you can be for the PCC, any sector of government. Once you don't do well as an individual, it depends on us to come and tell the Liberian people that this person isn't doing well. They need to improve. They need to improve. And that's why yesterday we flagged the issue about the LDA. And this morning we are flagging the issue about the El Chapo RC because this process of lying to the Liberian people that people that came to the country, 80% of them are on drugs, and later on coming with a rebuttal, it sent a negative message.
Exactly.
It sent a negative message. So that's why we are chastising even the head of the El Chapo RC this morning. That's why we are talking. Because if we don't say it, nobody will say it. Nobody will say it. He said he was misled. I will not come here and sit on this platform or as an individual that is controlling this platform and somebody come and tell me, say, oh, Bwaka, I get a news here, I want for you to go and flag it. You can just call me and tell me, say, get news. And you can sit on the microphone and start bashing at the person. You understand? I will do my fast checking, and even the person that you are giving me the news about, I'll make sure I reach out to the person to hear the person's side of the story. That's why a real boss would do. If you, as a head of the El Chapo RC, you know that your subordinates are brought in an information to you, you should fast check that particular information to know whether it is true or not before coming out with a statement. Were they coerced to go to the Ministry of Information to make a statement there? Were they rushing or what?
And what I'm wondering is that I hope this El Chapo executive is not one of those bosses that will just sit in the office. Because with that, that's a critical point. That is, if such a statistics are, is been going on, there's a need that you yourself be refute. But it seems that, well, he was just at his office, in his fully air-conditioned office, and just waiting for the information. And this is where we have a problem. So that if you are a boss who just sit in the office and just wait for update, then you will be positioned on the wrong path. Because whatever information that your honor men gave you or subordinate gave you, you don't care to fact check it to know whether they are accurate. You just go and release it, and you want to prove to the president that you are working. And this is bad. So we don't want people creating a situation that they want to impress, and such impression is not necessary. Because if you want to do that, it means that you must have gathered all of those accurate information. Because let's be real now. If the statistics that were provided tells you that 80% within your own as the executive director, couldn't you scrutinize it? Say, gentlemen, how accurate is it? Because if we release this, we already have an alarming rate of our young people that are already on drug. And we're about to bring 80% of the returnees that are on drug. What would this be like? Those should have been some of the questions that were to have been asked to those people that provided the statistics instead of just being released. Because this is where they say what in speech delivery,
Mhm.
the person that is delivering become the final editor. So even that information that were placed there, that you didn't go to, but for the father you should have thought secondly that this information I'm releasing, what will be the public reaction?
Mhm.
What will be the public reaction? So that what happened is that there were already people doubting the existence of those people in the part of the country, like the one of the representatives, the Bonga 25 representative, or Eugene Cody.
Mhm.
He was raising issue that he said the government took that decision without a consent. And he's a lawmaker of that district that hosting the returnees. And he said he was not aware of the process that leads to the people going at carry. He was not aware of the information.
Wow.
So you see now, if there's many hear this news that 80% of the returnees are on job, it creates a situation that he's concerned about the well-being of the people in his district, because one way or the other, residents of that district will be affected for that fact. Because if these people are on drug, what happens is that this issue about there will be incremental rate. One may say armed robbery and some illegal activities will be practiced in service.
And now we are calling on the boss, Wozi, Mr. Wozi. If you said you were misled by your people there, we are waiting to see the action that you will take on them.
Definitely.
We are waiting to see the action that you will take on them, because if action is not be taken, we that are sitting behind this microphone, we will be here to take the action against it, because we'll flag this issue every day. We'll make the Liberian people know that you are incompetent. You are placed to a position that you don't have no knowledge about. You are placed to a position where you have started misleading the public sooner. So we are waiting to see today or tomorrow, latest Monday, to see the action that you will take on those individuals that you say that misled you.
Yes,
and we are clear on this. We are clear on this. If action is not taken against those individuals that you say that misled you, I think the problem will stay. The problem will stay, because you can come and damage the people's character. You can come and say that the 80% of people, our brothers and sisters that just got back their own drugs, and knowing fully well that they are not. Knowing fully well that what information that you're putting out there is false and misleading. So we are looking up to you, Mr. Wozi. We are looking up to you. You should muster the same courage that you muster to go at the Ministry of Information to host a press conference. Today, you should be hosting that same press conference. Call Mr. Jeremy Pierre and tell him that, oh, today I want to come and make a rebuttal. Because you went there, you stood behind the microphone. It shouldn't just be a leaflet that will come out from you. You should host a press conference, letting the Liberian people know that the thing I said previously, it was a lie.
And just to add, to the recommendation also, because when he made that revelation, he just talked about that revelation. He talked about the drug addict. He talked about 115 of the children on among the returning, they don't know their way about. So when he's coming to make some rebuttal, it should not just be about the issue of the 80% are on drug. He should also provide information where that same information talking about 115 of those kids don't have parents. Well, it's accurate too. All of those rebuttals should be made, because we don't want him to come and provide rebuttal on the drug, and then tomorrow again he come and tell us that the 115 children have parents. So he should come and tell us that that component of the information whether it's inaccurate too. But if it's accurate, no problem. So when you come in to tell us that the 80% of the drug addict is not accurate, you should tell us whether those people that they don't know which part of the country they came from, whether their information whether it's accurate, so that if we can be able to work with that one. Because we don't want you to come and provide such an information, then within few days there is someone something. It's not necessary at all.
Yeah, it becomes a serious problem when it comes to information dissemination. That's why when we sit here on this platform, we can tell them the issue about sending information out, it should be scrutinized.
Sure.
We know that they normally go to the Ministry of Information for their regular press briefing when they do have information. But what we are saying now, we don't want Peter talking, Paul talking, Mary talking. What am I saying? What I'm trying to say is that when you get an information, can't you check your information before coming up with it? There have been some instances that this government, on the issue about information dissemination, they have been lacking behind. You hear the Minister of Information coming off of different statement. The executive marshal kind of different statement. Like Baba Kabinete said, Yellow Machine will be coming in the country. Then the Minister of Information came out. He said, "We are still negotiating. We haven't get into the final conclusion yet." That was two different statements from the same government. So now, information dissemination is key. Because what you put out there is already gone. What you place out there is already gone. So if you think that, because now today, let me just go, man, whether it is true or not, let me just go put it out there because they are rushing me to come and say something from an institution. If you don't come to check, come out with it. Then tomorrow you want to come back again and say, what I said, it wasn't true. It's a bad image. So, me send a bad image about this government. And it will not be on you as a burden, it will be on the president. And we will not sit here, it becomes a burden to the president because we will engage you as an individual, like people will say information.
Yeah, and that is, important that people take notice of that because it creates sign of embarrassment so that people will pin the government differently. That is, if some of the gains that we made will be erased because if this continues to happen, so that people will not have of trust in information coming from government, they will not take it seriously because I don't know. People want to make it look that they are really working, and you don't create that way, that kind of a situation. If you are working, it will be visible. You don't have to hide it.
Exactly. People know. We know certain government officials in this in the administration that are doing their work, and people are hearing them for it. People are letting them know that yes, you are on top of your game. And a lot of songs are being sung for their name. So if you are doing your best, remember, we will come on this platform or other media at level will raise your bars high and let you know that yes, of course, you as an individual, you as a government official, you are doing your job properly. You don't need validation. You don't need somebody to come and tell you, oh yes. Let your job speak for you. Let your job speak for you because what you put out there is what people will take. We can normally make a case study with Muhammad Ali at the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. We are not singing praises to him every day, but he's trying his best to improve that sector. A lot of people now started giving the man a government official of the month. Some are even saying he's a government official of the since the Black administration took over. He has been outstanding. So if you think that you are doing well, remember now, like we said, we are the watchdog of society. We're observing every institution in this country. Once you are doing well, we'll come here and tell you you are doing well.
And that's how it should be done. We don't want people making it look like, well, this individual is because speaking at times is not really necessary. It's just good that you leave it with the people that are craft with responsibility. Because there are some of you don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to communicate. So if you force it, you will create damage. And now, like you say, if you create damage, you want to get the damage control. And now, if it gets uncontrollable, it's really damaging. It's really damaging. So it will be important that you channel this information to the people that are trained, that have the expertise in communication, so they will be the one to properly give the message. And if that is done, the government wins collectively. But most of you, because you are political appointee, you want the president to see you to be the most workaholic official, and that should not be the case. That should not be the case. So that if you are doing your job, the indicators will be clear. The indicators will be clear, so that you work in silence, so that your work speak for you, and let it be done in that way, not in the sense that everyone wants to speak. It's not sending any positive image. It's not sending any positive image.
Okay, so folks, we thought it wise in bringing some of these things this morning on the Punch Breakfast Show. We will focus our lenses now this morning on the president's visit to Korea. There have been a lot of other things coming up from there. I don't know if you follow some of these things. You have been with the Ministry of Information. Do you have any news from Korea? You follow out of the activities of the president there in Korea?
Yeah, it's important because seeing the country is a bit having this shift in its diplomatic relations. In past years, it just used to be U.S.-Liberia relations. Maybe one may go to Europe, and now for the fact that it has extended to Asia, because we have had relations with China. But for some time now, it has not really been really strengthening. And now the government has taken a leap, that is to go to South Korea. And thanks to Minister Sarah Besdoyanti for establishing such a tie. It's important because we've said Korea is a country that is rich in its ability in terms of industrial development. Talk about agriculture, talk about infrastructure, education, tourism, and those are possible sectors that Liberia is yearning for potential investment, so that we create a sense that our economy is diversified. That is, we don't solely depend on one means of providing revenue for our government, for our country. And we've been in this back and forth issue about the production of our staple food, rice. And thankfully, the Korean government has assured the government of Liberia that it will invest into agricultural productivity. And we need to graduate from this state of sustainable farming to industrial farming, because with our population, it really baffles me that this country cannot be able to provide sufficient amount of rice to feed its population. Then it means that there is a problem. There is a problem in the our soil are fertile. We have the land, we have the weather. But why they say that we cannot be able to produce that we feed our population, to produce rice? It's a serious problem. And there's a need that we have these kinds of investment into agriculture, so that people will bring the equipment, we bring the machinery, so that we have our soil are tilted. We have the best of farming equipment to do production on a larger scale, so that even we can be able to export to other countries, so that we should not be only importing rice, so that we getting at a point that the importers control our stomach. Whatever they say is why we're going to live by. It should not be happening. And as that is when we just hope that the government will continue to press on the Korean government. It should not just be about, it should not be overly. It should not be over that. It should be, there should be dividend should be yielded, so that the Liberian people will see some of the essence of the trip to Korea, because there have been many times that these diplomatic, relations or agreements will be signed, and what will be a problem is the implementation, how well the Liberian people will benefit from these mutual agreements that will be signed. Because if you talk about agriculture, Liberian farmers are willing, because there's a farm around Dupero, somewhere around Zobatan, that is in the heart of the city. He's involved into rice production. So what becomes of people in the lower countries? They are willing, but what have been challenging is the issue about the farm to market rule. They have not been able to have access of their road. Their roads are not pliable, and some of them use their individual strength, because you can tell me an individual will have about 2 or 3 acres of land, using his strength to plant rice.
Then if you give him machine, you give him manpower, you give him financial support,
exactly,
it becomes easier than what they are doing now.
Sure.
So now the president visited to Korea. There was some positive news. The president reached out to the president, the head of Korea, and told him that Liberia, we are lacking a lot of other things. We are facing some challenges. And some of those challenges, we are calling on you as a country to come and help some of these things. It said President Barker conveyed his appreciation for this opportunity to participate in the inaugural Korea-Africa Summit, and reiterated Liberia's unwavering commitment to deepening its partnership with Korea. The Liberian leader outlined them challenges faced by Liberian encompassing various sectors such as agriculture, infrastructure, human resource development, renewable energy, education, technology, fisheries, policy development, and post-construction. We requested Korea's support and partnership in addressing these issues. So those are some of the things that the president put forth. Koreans, that we are facing challenges when it comes to infrastructure, when it comes to agriculture, when it comes to technology. So now all of these things, the Korean government will now look into them and say, yes, this is where we as country that we can help you address some of these things. When you see Liberia, the partnership between China and Liberia, America and Liberia, they will not just bring huge cash, but they will come and say, okay, since you are facing this problem, we can come in and support you to address this thing. When it is about road, we'll fix this part of the road. We'll fund this particular sector of the road. Or if it's about education, another country will come and say, yes, we can help in this other area. So the president put forth all of the challenges that we as Liberians we are facing. When it comes to technology, when it comes to road connectivity, when it comes to education, when it comes to manpower development, human capacity development, everything. So the president put it forth to the Koreans. So now we are still awaiting. Somehow you see the opposition people saying that, the president went there. There haven't been any positive news that are coming from there. My brother or sister, you just need to wait.
Yeah, that's all.
Some people have long-term goals. You understand? Some want quick impact. So this government, what we will succeed from the Koreans, we hope to see it. Sure. And we hope that the information arm of this government can flex some of the positive news that came out of Korea. Because we spend taxpayer money to send our officials there. So if positive news is not coming back from Korea, it will just be like the C6, it will just be like the same business as usual. So the information arm should be on top of that game. If there is anything positive, they should flag it more than this mere bilateral engagement, do this, do that. No, it shouldn't be like that. we want the positive news to overshadow the negative. Like I said, the entire saga at the LDA overshadowed the president's visit to Korea.
Yes, true.
So now they can come back now and re-strategize and let the Liberian people know that yes.
And that is, that is important that people be able to give the message or the essence of such a trip. Like the president made a request in light of Senator Drogba aquaculture, and that because some months ago we had the NAFA boss inviting a vessel to do an assessment of Liberian water to determine the kind of species that are living in our water. And that's a sector that many that have not been given too much attention because people tend, but interestingly, other countries that's where their country is very sustained through from aquaculture. So that if we can have sufficient level of attention given, that is the needed support is given to NAFA, though our international partners have been doing their best to, but it's time to our government, right? Because not every time the international partners will be in the position to render assistance to us. It should be time to that we ourselves take responsibility of our institutions.
Yeah.
Because those people they have their own set of goals. They have their own set of interests. As if they are doing certain things, they know they want to know what they will benefit as institution or as entities. So as government too, it's important that you have your institution to be being funded by yourself, so that you will be the one making decision. You will not be remote control, so that whatever the international community or partners say is what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Now, at certain point in time, you will be coerced. Certain things you will do, you will not do it that you are willing to do it, but for the fact that you need your support. So as a government too, it's important that you fund your institution so that you will be the one controlling it, so that you know what are the best ways those institutions should work. That you not just be controlled anyhow. So that if you have the needed support given to NAFA, so that they will be able to have positive investment into Liberian water, so that we will not have to be in fish from other countries to be eaten by our people. So that we have the fish. We have fishes all over. But now if we want sardine, we depend on other countries for sardine to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so folks, we thought it was inflecting of this issue this morning. You've been following the discussion on the Punch Breakfast Show on Punch 106.7. It's not time for you to make any contribution. You can call us on 0778 665 699 778 665 or 0880 561 644 0880 561 644. You'll be live on the conversation this morning on the Punch Breakfast Show. Let's go to the phone line and take our first caller here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name, where joining us from?
I'm Mr. Kawi. I'm calling from Kodia Kalame.
Mr. Kawi, welcome to the conversation.
Yeah. Thank you. You know, the problem we have in the country here is not correct. The people that DEA, if you are president, I think fire them. The real guy knows I think fire them. They are being replaced with somebody else. They put this great the country. They say to go fight drugs, you're fighting among yourself. They talk about investigation. No investigation. That is stagnant. I will tell you ever to tell a friend to stagnant. Even though I don't get it all off, but that is stagnant. They don't qualify to be that job. You come on, you are in leadership. When you are in leadership, you must know administration. I think if you are in leadership, you must know administration. When you know somebody to correct, not correcting, put paper on him, sustain.
Okay.
When you don't do it, then you go start playing blow. They aqua like the aqua by you're talking about. Look, 1978. Steven Tower used to get 38 fishing boat. So the air like territorial water, found African territorial water, found territorial water. Like people were to eat first fee. First fee. This is what most of our group of company. First fee. And now rather fee that we're eating. But we guys will be here. They do collect. They sort of pay no simple. Then a big any fee they can buy it for them. Now, when you go to Banga, they used to get photo, to get photo there. If you want to eat fish, if you want to eat chicken, you go buy $1 US. One, you will kill a chicken. But all the things they put me here, what I go, is making us sick. So this is my money.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling in. You can place in your calls on 0778 665 699, 0778 665 699, or 0880 561 644, 0880 561 644. You will be live with us this morning on the Punch Breakfast Show on Punch FM 106.7. We talk about the Liberia refugee repatriation situation and their boss that came up with a statement. We look at that this morning. We look at the saga there at the LDA and also the president visit to Korea. Yeah, the president visit to Korea. What are some of the positive news that have hit Liberia? We also flex some of these things here this morning on the Punch Breakfast Show. It's now up to you to make your contribution by calling us on 0778 665 699. 0778 665 699 or 0880 561 644, 0880 561 644. You will be live with us this morning on the Punch Breakfast Show. So we like we said, the president visit is a key on our watch this morning, and there are a lot of positive news coming up from Korea. The Korean government are saying that yes, we will work with the Liberian government, concluding the Korean leader assured President Boakai that Korea will effectively contribute to full implementation of government. Now, this is the conclusion of this statement. Thank God I reached down here. It said, concluding, the Korean leader assured President Boakai that Korea will effectively contribute to the full implementation of the government's agriculture, rule of law, education, sanitation, and tourism. That's the arrest agenda, and that he stand ready to support the country overcome the current challenges and improve the lives of Liberian people. So that's the commitment that the Korean president is making to Liberia. He said, yes, I will work with this government. I will work in helping when it comes to the arrest agenda. And the arrest agenda talk about it talk about agriculture, it talk about rules, it talk about rule of law, it talk about education, it talk about sanitation. So those are some of the things that the Korean president said that he will help this government to achieve. So, like we said, it is a positive news. It's just need to be spread out there to the commoners, to the common Liberian man or our own man to understand what the president brought from Korea. So we are taking your calls this morning on 0778 665 699, 0778 665 699 or 0880 561 644. 0880 561 644. Ishmael, that's it. They say that the Korean government said that they will help in helping improve or working along with our government on the arrest agenda. Before, let's take this person here on the line. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning. How are you doing? And calling from Brazil.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Kezulu.
Yeah, my contribution is to program about it. Yeah, it was what is doing. I mean, it was totally wrong, but it was like maybe I know and then do something. Also, doing these things, you got to consult maybe other people, maybe like your work together to see how the people writing.
Yeah.
So I would like to advise it was sure it should be like something maybe even when you call him back to the job. I mean, implement his work, let him do his work the proper way, at least not bring expecting it. Yeah. So this my call it this month.
Okay. Thank you so much. And on the issue about the LDA, yeah, Mr. Kruman should take some of the blame at the LDA. But let's look at for instance, I am here at this institution, I'm heading this institution, and I'm being disrespected by my subordinates. It becomes a serious problem. Mr. Kruman called his subordinate, because normally they do have a meeting every Monday, the general staff meeting every Monday. So when he called on the guys to attend the meeting, they went there with a fixed mind. They went there with a fixed mind, and they started to misbehave. They started to misbehave on their boss. And you know what really excited me was that the person that did the recording, Fadiga that did the recording, what he was expecting did not work that in his favor that way. Here is what when they invited them for the meeting. This is what occurred when they invited them for I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the recording. Okay, this is it.
When I come to the meeting here, and when I have meeting here, we in the year.
Okay, so there was a time that Ishmael, this was when they invited, they went for the meeting. So AB said, you guys shouldn't come in a meeting hall with arm. You guys shouldn't come in the meeting hall with arm. Because we don't know who is who, because there have been this misunderstanding among them. So probably he, as a boss, he was feeling insecure about their presence with arm in a meeting. So he told them that, we don't want you coming here with arm. Let's come and have a meeting, and the meeting can go well. From there, we all can disperse. The guys took that to be a serious problem. The leg of Fadiga, the leg of the other guy there, they took that as a serious problem. They went there with a fixed mind, and there was what occurred. I wanted to say that before playing you the clip. So this was. Sorry about that expression. These are the people that's refighting drugs.
As long as in DA, as law enforcement officer, I will come anywhere we come. Say a minute to tell me what they can do it. I'm not in your office, but you cannot stop me from moving. And nobody can stop it. They can't even try it. They can't even try it. I can tell you. Try to pull me outside now. They need to come and pull me outside. No, you need to be getting in order to pull me outside. I'm not fighting you, AD. I'm not going to fight you. You're very disrespectful and unprofessional since you started here, and we've been tolerating you. We've been tolerating you. Wait, you won't tell me about professional. No, I can tell you that based on my professional judgment, you treat as you are. Me and you in America, you get compared what I was doing. I was very disrespectful. But you are damn post in the line. Talking about you who? I was a damn senator in the going to check my record.
These are the guys that should be fighting drugs. They should be letting us know that, oh, we have arrested this person. But the Fadiga is saying that AB is in Kowu with some of the drugs importers. and AB is saying that the guys are being disrespectful because they don't want to listen to their boss. We continue playing the clip because it's a very long clip. Let's play it so you can listen. So this noise is between AB and Fadiga, the deputy for operation.
You can bullshit. They come a professional judgment. Where professional judgment? You give me the job. You employ me. You recommend me. You're not a good human being. You are very disrespectful. You are unprofessional. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Don't do that. You do not bounce on you. You do not bounce on you. Let me be the one of them. You can't go to jail. You can't go to jail. My man was disrespectful. Every time I'm doing this. You can't go to jail. You take that way down. Who the fuck is you? Shut up, can't fuck all of me. What you want to do? You want to What's happening? It's failing. How do you do? You soldier?
So if the men want to spoil a team, they'll just spoil it one time. So these are the guys that should be fighting drugs. They should be protecting us. We play you this clip because we want you to know what's occurring at the LDA, and some people are being disrespectful, you know. And Fadiga was the one that did the recording of this video. It was on his phone. He wanted to make it appear that they are the Mr. Clean and AB was the bagger. But from a look at things, you can know that they respected their boss more than their boss. They respected them. And for AB, this is where it is. If you are saying that you have a subordinate and they are trying to disrespect you, the first thing you should do, you should engage them. If you engage them, they don't want to listen. The next thing is to suspend them. If you suspend them and they keep being or doing what they are doing, you should have reached out to all of your boss, which is the justice minister, read a formal complaint against them. But AB never do that. So they're breading a lot of huge contract breading large on the head of AB at the LDA. And you see some of these things that are happening, the things that are coming out from there. You listen to the recording. It's very terrible. Insulting, fighting, and now the entire agency is divided. This other person have their portion of the workforce. This other person have their portion of the workforce. So it was necessary for the president to suspend them. It was necessary. Let them go. If they want to fight, let them go to SKD. We'll get an SKD. Let them fight there. Israel.
Yeah, definitely. So that, you know, once they want to exercise their muscle. But the thing is, you know, at the end, I listened to someone saying you want to spoil it, let's spoil it. So what exactly you were actually referring to? Is it that the judge want to destroy the agency? So this is where I get, angry when people speak the way they speak.
Mhm.
So you came with the motive that you want to, change the system. You want to change the status quo on this issue about a drug in Liberia, illegal drugs in Liberia. And now you're saying you want to support it, let's support everything. And that is not really called for. That is not called for. You need to have a united front on battling this menace. This is something that every family in this country, it may not be directly, but one way or the other, that is your relative or your friend, someone very close to you, has fallen prey to drug. And it's becoming a crisis that most of us in places we live, even if you wash your clothes, your valuables, you don't just leave them out easily. So that we've getting at a point that if you wash, you need to mark those clothes want to get dropped before you put it in, because an attempt to leave them out, you have yourself to be blamed, because those guys will come and collect the valuable ones and go and auction it just for something to go and support their hobby. How did we actually get here? We weren't at this point. We were not at this point. So that it has become a serious threat that these people are coming after you and I. They are coming as raw, they are coming as armed robbers. Some of them are using other means to rob you. Like they have another one called the Yahoo boys. These young people, they will create fake Facebook pages that they themselves that they are in America, so that if these girls go and visit them, they will take that they are fools from them. Many of them are falling prey, and now we people were given the authority to serve at that agency to be able to minimize the risks associated. And now this is where you've taken this country. This is where you want to see the LDA to be the state. It's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate, and often that the president, the Justice Ministry will take the appropriate actions or the recommendations that will be given from the investigation, so that people know that if they are doing certain things, certain action, there are consequences. There are consequences for certain action, so that they will not be into it to do it anyhow. So that if someone wants to do it, he or she will have that fear that, well, at the LDA, actions were taken. So if I do it, action will be taken against me. So that's the way we proceed, that the person will know there will be no business as usual.
Okay, so folks, that's it. We taking your calls again. 0778-665-699, 0778-665-699, or 0880-561-644. Let's go to the phone line and take this person here. Good morning.
My name is brother.
Yes, sir. Your name, where you joining us from?
My name is Sagashas. Joining you from Cleveland this morning.
Sagashas, welcome, my bro.
I want to thank you to you guys for your personal discussion. This morning, for me, the issue between AB and Fadiga, sometimes when you guys sit in studio, you try to defend AB in the sense that AB is the boss.
No, we are not defending AB, my brother. We're talking to the both parties. They should have known better.
That's okay. That's good. They should have known better. But in this case, I think AB didn't show, power to Fadiga in the sense that you and your, subordinate will go and look at her. That tells you that your subordinate is even, far better than you. Because for me, I believe that AB should have, given a formal complaint to the Ministry of Justice. That's
what we said.
Yeah. So AB being a boss doesn't mean that Fadiga cannot deal respectfully, they agree with him. That's
that should erase it from, or should erase that from his mind. And the next thing I have to say is, if, just tells the world that he is now a good person. In fact, he don't want Liberal to improve, in the sense that he knew that Fadika was a cowboy. Then he recommended Fadika to President Weah for him to be along with him. So that also tells the world that AB doesn't want to fight, drugs in this country.
Okay.
And the next thing he has to do that is keep dragging and recommended is so he feel that the power he has, that he gets to use that power because he recommended Fadika, so that he has no respect for Fadika because Fadika works under him. That tells you that AB need to be changed. To be honest, I'm one of the person who started thinking critically when AB was moving from studio to studio, flying all around for budget increment. I knew that AB was not sure to fight drugs. That's
Okay.
all I had to say this morning.
All right. Thank you so much for making your contribution. 0778 685 699 0778 685 699 or 080561 644 080561 644. Let's take this person. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Your name?
I'm Kemayu Diamond Temi, calling from Vocal Mission.
Okay, welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, Chief, you know the point is, if people not respect their jobs, it better you take them out. It shows that every and whoever knows the jobs, the or the government, whoever the government for friends in the ghetto and taking something that is not necessary for their health or for their personal life. It's not looking perfect. So we voted the unified government for this. So if they can hold supporting people to be just at it, they better would if he can be a threat over his job and not respecting his job, it better you take that person out.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling in. 0778 0778 665 699 0778 665 699 or 07701. Okay, let's take this person here. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Your name, where joining us from?
My name is Isaac Koo, and I call from the SKD Boulevard. Let's say the two people over there got problems. Fadika, the AB Kroma, they got their own problem. Even for the recording that I listened to even yesterday morning, it is damaging where the guy calling, the plotting against AB to remove AB because they say AB bringing in material people on the street. So the only thing I think we can do here, because if you come down the SKD Boulevard around the Ghana Chopper, you will see the picking it there smoking even on the road. You come around the car watch at the second end there between the police academy, the guys are there. So if these guys are not able to protect and fight this identical justice, we from the SKD Boulevard will gather ourselves. It's not that we are impossibility, but we'll fight against this drugs. We will carry on our own citizen arrest. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And that's what the citizens want, for you to fight against drugs. Instead of fighting among yourself, you should be fighting drugs. If not, you're in it for yourself. Let's take this person. Good morning. Your name, where joining us from?
Good morning. This is Reverend Joseph Kulupaka from Pana Community.
Welcome, Reverend.
The whole thing is that when we observe some of all these own spirits, they started to fight very well. But right now, because the drugs cartel have enough money to dish out to the people who fighting the drugs, they want to compromise that. That's the exciting. When you go into this matter, you will see that one want to agree to the robbery to fight the drugs at a later stage, not to completely get Doka out. One want to make sure that this drug is fought properly and get these guys out. That is the essence. Go deep down in the case, you will see this. I'm telling you. Because many people who are bringing in the drugs are more people. This thing because it will cut down their earnings.
Yeah.
And the other man, this thing we should fight because we want to get rid of it. One saying, my man, we have to take time how to do this thing here because we need something. Check it down. Go down, deep down. Those are security, NSA, whosoever, deep down, Fatiga and AB. This is the problem somewhere there. Somewhere there. And because one of them want to compromise, the other one does not want to compromise, they will not agree. If we deep down in this thing, then one of them get out. And see whether it will not work.
Okay. Thank you so much, Reverend.
That is the essence. That's the essence. You go deep down in this thing, you will see that somebody wants to compromise, the money is in it.
Okay, thank you, Reverend, for calling in. Somebody want to compromise. That's what it's saying. Who I don't know who's that person that want to compromise the interest of the country. Allow importers, drugs dealers to import more drugs in the country. I just don't know, but that's according to the Reverend. Yeah. Now the revenue. Let's take the other person here. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Welcome, brother. You're live.
Thank you, and good morning to the police. I think William Covey, and I joined this conversation for this today. But I thank you so much. I listened to the book of the analysis. But I think that AB, I have a serious problem with AB. AB have a very bad working relationship and public administration record.
Have you worked with him before?
No, I'm not working with him.
Yeah, but why would you just conclude? No. Why would you just conclude that he have a bad working relationship?
This is what I'm saying, that his record, his first government positions that he ever served in this country was at the 102 position. He was dismissed from that era. You said he was dismissed? He was dismissed? Yes, he was dismissed as 102 one as a least. After 1 or 2 years, they brought him back the trust and he have changed. And then again, on a different administration, they appointed you to another agency, that is the DEA. Now, he has been suspended. Now, let's be clear with this. It's two things. But if you live in a community or everybody that against you, you have to check yourself. Something wrong somewhere, right? You cannot see your two deputies will just go against you as one. No, that's not possible.
But they are they are plotting to remove it. I have a recording here wherein they are governors meant to remove AB from his position.
What is the cause for them plotting to remove him? That's something he may have been doing to them. That is not going down well with them, the two of them. If that one person, we can look at it on a different side, but two of them, no. That's something he may have been doing to them. They plotted that action to say they want to plot to remove him. Look at I listened to the recording yesterday, but I was on my way to school to another action to call. When you played the recording yesterday, you know when one of the security were in conversation with another person.
Yeah.
But look at what the man said. Oh, baby, the woman that he's doing, that one partner guy with David, they is very stubborn this thing. Everywhere he goes, you want to put that type of sentiment in his bar. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Even when I want to, majority of the commanders that were today for police stations were arrived for a Sutherland. And it's very bad enough for administrator. If you want to be that way, I think you will create unforeseen situation to the working place. You will not create an atmosphere of working.
Okay.
You need to work on yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling in. 0778 665 699 0778 665 699. You will say yours. Someone will come and say theirs. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name, where joining us from?
I am Philip Keza. I will call you from GSA.
Welcome, Philip.
I actually want to talk about the DEA issue. And I see everybody funny at
AB, yeah.
AB is like that. And then yesterday you play a recording that speak volume that they were conspiring against AB. You know, AB is a kind of straightforward guy that everybody don't like. Those deputies and other people who are speaking from another angle today, they want for AB to be removed from that DEA area so that they can be able to carry on their dubious attitude. AB cannot take some of these nonsense. Because of AB, most of these guys, they drugs or dealers are not finding their way. And these guys are more people. So they are paying those deputies good money so they can want AB for AB to be removed.
it can be easily trapped by anybody. I trust him for that. So if people want for drugs to be eradicated in Liberia, and then looking at maybe tarnishing a repetition, he don't have working relationship, he does not have this. It is because most people in Liberia use so bad things, like Jelon always say. Most people use so bad things. So at the end of the day, they will not listen to what AB will tell them. AB wants to do the right thing, but they don't want to do the right thing.
Okay.
So they will always be there. So let's look at it.
Yeah.
Today they appoint another person in the TA. Today you see drugs coming, floating all around, and all the people on the other side will be happy because these were things that took them from power.
Okay.
So I just try to contribute my own way.
All right. Thank you so much. And you will not be a head of an institution, and you see people plotting against you to remove you from said institution, and you just sit there quietly. It will not happen. Ishmael, we played this recording yesterday, but probably other people didn't listen. I'm doing just again. There's a plot. This is where there's one of the security guy calling his friend, plotting against the removal of AB at the LDA.
The man brought huge far. Thinking that you who submitted the beginner file or listening to us, I go open the file, writing the name down my mouth phone. So I just closed the whole thing. I went to go, somebody called me and said that father in there, that father in Togo for a minute. Since I'm not on the group, that the whole video in my hand. Then another group all the way beyond on the other side of the way. So they can rotate them, they can do every 2 days new Google, every 2 days new Google until they can reach the 2,800 men. So what happened to our agent and our agent? The poor now say you could now with a minute. Yahoo the command.
And the G no way.
My bossman first. So Bauko and my bossman now. I say around 2 hours, around 2 hours. Because when suddenly having a building. Now, the first thing there, can OFO be appointed from OSA?
No.
Okay. The brown money go got them money. You get a man letter. The man are even employing the DA. Even your action agent, you get a man this OFO position yesterday. You get a man letter. I won. He collected valid position. He team valid from there. Unknown person, I mean somebody outside the DA, who now in the employ the DA.
Yeah.
Get a man valid position. Lee War, you take Lee War position and give it to somebody from outside the DA. Like a brother, Jean like it. Is he a DA officer?
No.
No. You get a man Lee War position. You think right? So that means when the people finish doing the training now, you will just bring all of them in. You just secretly will go to Adiga, all of picking why you're saying that, and all of you saying that, you ain't get Adiga move on there. You're not DA officer. Isn't it?
People.
So I'm calling on you. All the detail in Morales County first, and first I'm Morales County. My boss not coming around 2 in the morning. He said, whatever we can do to remove every command from there, they got our backing. They will not take any action on us. Whatever we can do. Because he and Bauko decided to hold together and leave AB alone.
Okay.
AB command to get another stigma on him. You know, he killed one boy in America, one Marine son.
Okay.
So since they gave me a position, the people been sending some information to him. And that's why he doesn't even go to the US Embassy for meeting. My boss man can go there. I mean, I open it up to you. My boss man can go there. Emmanuel Williams and all got the information in my things. My boss man said, very tagging already before me. Even Papi Soma got bad stigma to the US Embassy. All that listen and the police say, all those will be around the a well my boss man there. So I'm calling on you. Please, if don't disturb the action agent, I will make sure all the men and gather wherever they're supposed to gather, either even a billing. Okay, will gather there calling on the removal of every command or S. You see my boss man get problem. Okay. And you know my boss man get problem? That's it. The man want to call all the money go men on the in the sun so they can be loyal to me. Then as soon you do something, the copy the key from that put money go men. Now how do they know over it? Okay. They warn him for that scene in the police. The AB command is not an administrator.
Okay.
So all your action agents are there. How he men are down there. All of them. Let them gather. When we will find a day we all can meet. The other men are meeting and say the exercising. They're training them for them to come wearing DA and how we gather to.
Okay.
All DA action agents, I will call it a cow mission. We all go meet on the field or somewhere and we start a protest. We protest. If the army can protest, the moon minister from there, we got moon men from there.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I call him. Start telling your beginners small too.
Okay.
I will send you the video
Okay.
on your WhatsApp channel so you can see the men and training. And the whole file is saying now, okay, I'll take a picture of that file tomorrow, so I'll send it to you so they can see what I said. One of them being on there.
Okay.
All right, so that's the voice of the special assistant in the office of Fadiga. Yeah. So Ishmael, listen to that. So if you as a head of an entity and such a plot is being planned against you, do you think you feel comfortable working with anybody being your subordinate again?
Not at all, not at all. And you know, in his closing statement, he said when the AFL will make a protest, Bwaka will be the minister from there.
Yeah.
And he will be the same thing. So it means that people can use that as a means of upsetting people. They don't just do it because the person is not proceeding rightfully, but just because you want to move the person. That's the reason you want to protest. And you know, listening to this has shifted the conversation a bit so that people get to know that this thing is not just ordinary.
Yeah.
People are doing it because they feel that, well, they want to be on top of certain things. Because you know, from that audio, and he mentioned Kowu, and Kowu is a deputy for administration.
Yeah.
So he's saying that Kowu and his bossman Fadiga, they are
in Kowu.
Yeah, Kowu to move the boss.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know why we both behave this way.
So that's it. I just thought it was in playing this recording because I see a lot of people, AB the problem. We are not saying AB is in the problem. AB2 is trying to you know, take the position of Fadiga. AB, you can be training men. It's not your position to train men. That's not your position. There are certain things that you shouldn't be doing. Going on a field, fighting, doing the other thing that Fadiga is the head of operation. He should be leading men in arresting people. He should be leading men in getting drugs dealers. That's Fadiga position. He shouldn't overshadow everything at the LDA. Then you make it look like other people are not doing their job.
Yeah, sure.
But if you want to be in the news every day, Fadiga want to be in the news. So that's the place. That's the problem between the two of them. But let's go to the phone line. Take calls here. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Yes, sir. Your name is joining us from?
I'm calling you from Cayman Highway.
Cayman Highway. Welcome, my brother.
You're not calling you for her play. I think we all should sit down and look at it critically. There's a big division in that entity.
Absolutely.
Very, very great. That we need to pay attention to about all of us. If you wear that, the drug dealers now they are celebrating. No.
Yeah.
Because why the head is off. And Kuma, according to actually what I understand, is coming in with no fire. People are getting the record that he has been suspended. You know, when they suspend things, it's like the government, the power, but when they stop missing, it can go backward.
Yeah.
But when you pay now, you are telling it with new force. So he came back actually the way I'm looking at this particular case. You know, he is trying to killing the entity. Fadiga, I like him. He is clean. A different thing he's after. Now that they were trying to spoil the Omen Neo, but it's sick. Yes, supported the Omen. But then when they take you for a while and when they bring you here, the people already here, they are already having the work that they are paying people from overseas, even though they are all Liberians.
So now if you can't and you start to behave like that, then they will do tell you, and you see the two were telling you people, and you see what we're telling you people, but that part because it is very, very dangerous in that entity. It needs to be in the pay attention to. Then that's from over there again, then they went the rule letter again, so they carry to the Ministry of Justice. And you know about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is another investigation. Right after they only me that other letter that gone to the ministry will have to also be investigated. So actually, I don't keep that place.
Okay.
Yes, I agree according to what you are saying that Africa is supposed to be men. But when you behave like that to men, that would be enemies and fear against him. Put the money.
Okay, thank you so much for calling in this morning. 077 65699 is the number that you can call, and you will be live with us this morning on the Punch Breakfast Show. With me, Bwaka Kamara. I'm here with Ishmael. Ishmael is here with me this morning. But I take another person. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Yeah, my name is Benjamin calling from Moses Black Community.
Benjamin, welcome.
Yes. Issue we are talking about a lot of enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
Really, the Fadi guy to say is saying that he's very respecting enforcement. How enforcement would be if Fadi guy would be there? He is there as an acting. Fadi guy is there for operation. Then the work that the operation have to be doing, you the enforcement because you enforcement now, so I will be doing all of the work that I have to do. Then why I'm there for? And if there's any misunderstanding that comes to operation, any mistake that comes to operation, people will not be looking at you as a enforcement. They will be looking at the operation, and the man is there, he's there for the operation. So you are just recruiting undercover unknowing to the man. Even me that year, of course, yes. They will not sit and be looking at it, so say because the man appointed for me, so I will allow him to wait. They will not say about not to him. So the part of the guy is there, oh, my husband, the way in which he's doing things now, maybe I don't have to take this because the first one happened, the president called and the people advanced and they gave them that. So truly there must be something. There must be something within this case that bring them this honor to the two of them because Fariga also the general how he maximizing and Golo, yeah, he maximizing
Golo, yeah.
It's just the country. Maximizing. So maybe through the investigation, if it is true that he is maximizing, then we get to know through the investigation. If the people have done the investigation, they bring the report. What all the Fadiga have accused enforcement of is true, or what all Fadiga have accused enforcement of is not true. So we get to know that whether it is true that Fadiga was trying to follow mass enforcement, or enforcement was trying to overlap Fadiga on the operation. So that's what we get to do. So we just say that there's investigation done. A lot of these things are recorded. That thing that happened, maybe that other people that working in Fadiga office, in some company, and Fadiga say, oh my man, this thing here, we just sit there and look at it. They get the man will just be, as the man said in the recording. So those that don't have Adika, then they just when they see people and give them Adika, they will just be removing them. As long as people have Adika and they don't have Adika, they will be removing them. People that have not yet been in the process, they will just be removing them. You look at you, just without warning the door. Just as my man from today, you have that. So put it down. What will you do?
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for calling in 078-665-699. You know, I like the way everybody making it from the bishop. Some are for, some are against. And it's that's the beauty of the disco this morning because Fadiga is there saying that AB is in cool with some drugs dealers and AB is training men that become a problem at the entity. So we are throwing light on everything here this morning on the show. 0778 665-699 0778 665-699 or 0880-561-644 0880-561-644 at the line that you can call, and you will be live with us this morning on the Punch Breakfast Show on Punch FM 106.7. Let's go to the phone line and take this caller here. Good morning.
Good morning.
We're doing pretty well. Your name is joining us, man.
Yes, my name is Mali San. I've been a silent listener and I want to ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the Liberian government, we all voted to put our government. But this come around, they are doing things that really accepting the important. Our children are all in the street, eating in the downside, and they are there acting among themselves doing nothing. They have to deal with that situation. They have to deal with that section of that government and give them a full responsibility. They don't know their responsibility of being down there. We are suffering the women. We are suffering. There will be no leaders for our country tomorrow. Not every now and then, everybody will go over the radio. Just actually alive, they just died. I hope you get me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I get a feeling that the tribalism is too much in this country. Those people, they are building two countries. They are building Liberia, at the same time building Guinea. You're in Liberia, you're doing things while you're just acting and we just retire our laptop and stay here to school. But you don't think that we, the mothers, we are going through things. Let us pray that God Himself investigates and God Himself counsel every one of us that we will do the right thing of this country.
Amen.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling in. Let's take somebody from this line here. Good morning.
Good morning, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Your name is joining us from?
I'm Sando calling from Jakarta Rehab.
Welcome, Amma.
Good. I have serious problem with AB in the sense that since Musta Assembly they caught his son with drugs on the bridge. That story, my brother, you will not hear it because he is a dingo. AB is a dingo. You see the problem we're facing in this country? And we voted this government to bring something good for anybody that do bad. Let it bring the person light. So you're saying the Nigerian men in jail and with other people, but Musa Hassan Bete son.
No. The man was arrested and he's in jail.
Okay.
Yeah,
I hope he has been removed from the jail.
Yeah, he was arrested, and even his father, Mr. Ability, said that he should go through the process, and he's up to now he's still in jail.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much. Let's take another person here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name is joining us from?
I got say Johnny from LA.
Welcome, my brother.
Yes, thank you very much for the show. What made we the Liberian people, our country, to serve our people is that our leaders now examine people who are supposed to be placed into certain areas, because if you look at people and you don't check beyond them thoroughly to give them certain responsibility, that can be the result. But what happened to LDA area, where you see grew up people who support themselves, they have children, wife, other areas fighting. I have to say that 14 or 15 years old was they fighting. It shows irresponsibility when it comes to their professional level. So me, even in support of the president, suspending them with all pay and not to reinstate any of them. Let them just be in Liberia. If they have father, let them do their business. They shouldn't go into government entity. That's my recommendation.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling in. We take some more calls. It's closing up until 9 o'clock. At 9, we transition to something else this morning. We're still taking your calls on 0778-665-699. 0778-665-699. Now take this person here quickly. Good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Yeah, good morning. I'm Charles Dennis from 77 York.
Welcome, Mr. Dennis.
Yeah, for Fatika, he's the operation for DEA. Fatika is a cool guy. Yes, Fatika, he's not moving like operation. You see, like for AB, when AB want to do for the police, AB work that the bosses need like working, and AB knows how because I think what the country, he can sit in his office and then just leave the White House, say, oh yeah, I'm the director of the boss. Fatika just came from America. He don't know the terrain. He don't know the drug dealer harder. But for AB been on ground, AB know all the stuff. So when he get a tip or he say, oh yeah, this is happening this way, you see AB moving swiftly because he know the terrain. Fatika don't know the terrain compared to AB. AB serve at 102 for the police and he was still arresting drug dealer. So the thing go on there, if Fatika can work with AB, I think it'll be better when the president can when they have concluded the investigation, the two deputies move and then they bring another person, but AB good for that position. Yes, it is fit and very qualified for that position. You're not somebody that's going to sit in the office and say, oh, my deputy will do the job. They don't know. You see something, you see Fatika in the team era, shielding, yes. Then Fatika has to place this. But you don't see that AB moving because he wants a job to be done. He wants a mission to be successful.
Yeah, but he will be overshadowing Fatika's job at the LDA because Fatika is there for operation and he want to do the job of an operation.
Yeah, that's true. But if
we miss you there, Sarah. We take 2 more calls, then we transition. This morning we should have had Mr. Jefferson Knight from the United Methodist, because yesterday we talked about the United Methodist Church, but he just sent me a message that he would not be here this morning. We've been anticipating him, taking him from 9 to 10 o'clock, but he just sent me a message that he can't be here. We have to reschedule for Monday. So we take 2 more calls, then we come up with something that will take us up until 10 o'clock this morning. So 0778-665-699. Let's take this person. Good morning, welcome.
yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name is joining us from?
I'm here, Johnson,
Mr. Johnson, welcome.
Yeah. And then when I prime me, I get with AD.